Good morning, ghouls. I am sitting outside of Michael's right now, getting ready to go and check out their yarn selection. It's honestly been a while since I've gone through that section. The last time I was there wasn't really anything new that I hadn't seen or used, and I'm hoping now that we officially are in spring, like the official day of spring has come and gone, I'm hoping there's going to be either a couple new lines or maybe some new colorways, something that I can use on my Addy machine. That'd be fantastic. Michael's does have a lot of really cool ones that work on the Addy machine, like their Impeccable line. It works fantastic on that. So maybe if they have some new colors, also big chunky yarn, that'd be great if I could find some of that. But I'm kind of just leaving it open-ended. So if I find something new, that's fantastic. If not, maybe I'll find a grab bag. Let me grab my coffee first too. I was not expecting to start a new project today, but might be doing that. Like Yarnspirations, what the heck? Ornate Plush Big makes me want to work with it so badly. The feel of it is like you can make a blanket or a pillow or something like that. It would easily become your favorite, your go-to of how soft it is. It's a tube yarn. It's gonna be way softer than anything else that I've ever worked with tube yarn related. A lot of time it's that fabric and it's really, really hard, which I love for rugs, but this just screams, make me a pillow, make me a blanket, prop me up in every room in your house. There is a free pattern on this. Is it a knit one? I bet you there was a bunch of different free patterns and I grabbed the two that have knit in it. The reason why I grabbed it though is because it's called Caramel. And I am currently in the process of changing my entire movie room to be trick-or-treat themed for halfway to Halloween. So a lot of Sam stuff, lollipop, lots of orange and blacks. And I figured this would be perfect. On the end caps of Michael's aisle, they have a bunch of free patterns for like everything. Sewing, crochet, knit. There happened to be one for a pillow. It's a big circular throw pillow. I'm pretty sure it just started with like a magic circle. I grabbed it thinking it was gonna be perfect, checked out, and left it at the counter. So don't be like me, remember and put it in your bag. So that way when you come home, you can start it up right away. This is a jumbo number 7. I can't like stop touching it. That's how freaking soft it is. 25mm crochet hook, perfect. So I think I'm gonna use my 30. I could go down to a 19. Gosh, I wish I had that 25 from Furls because, oh, it would be so perfect. But let's just see. I think 30 will be okay. It's gonna be a little bit big. There's gonna be a lot of space in between each stitch, but it'll be fine. We're gonna do it. I also love the like color combo, like bone and caramel. Love it. 100% polyester, which means we can throw it in the wash. Also fantastic. I'm not really in the mood to start a pillow or a blanket that I can't throw in the wash at this moment. I have too many of them right now that need to be hand washed and lay flat to dry. So we're gonna take a break from that. 250 grams, 45 yards. I have no reference point of how much I'm gonna need for the pillow. The pattern just said 2. It wasn't even this yarn. It was like the Michaels brand, loops and thread, but it was the same size hook that it used. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go with that. I can figure something out. I guess I'll just keep going with like one skein, and then whenever I'm done with this, I'll start the other. I haven't decided if I want it to be a circle or if I just got that because I saw the pattern. Everything was 30% off. How much was it in total then? Regularly $12.99 came down to $9.10. If you knit, grab this one because this blanket looks so lush. Then I got some more blanket yarn, cozy blanket, loops and threads. This is just something that I haven't used of theirs. Machine wash warm, lay flat to dry. Obviously it's that big fluffy chunky stuff, and it does have a strand going through it, so it's not the tube one. It's just the normal loops and thread that they have. However, I haven't used this one of theirs yet, and I was like, whatever, let's try it, because I think it says, yeah, it says 25mm crochet hook. The 30 will work for that though too. Jumbo number 7. And there is a blanket, but I don't think these have anything on the inside of their tag, do they? Pretty sure not. No, they don't. It's just saying, hey, here's this blanket. If you need inspiration, go elsewhere, but like we're just giving you the picture. The name of it is Steel. They had a lot of bright colors, which again, we're coming into spring. Bright colors, pastels. There was a lot of that, but I did like this one. I think I have enough to make a smaller pillow with this. And I mean, that's gonna be trick or treat, right? Gray, orange, and black. This one I have no idea what I'm gonna do with. Twisted tones. It's in the color Black Sand. Actually, there was a lot of colors there that I enjoyed. There is a pattern on the outside here that shows a blanket. This line in particular that Michaels comes out with, it seems like every season they have something new. This is their made from recycled acrylic. It's such a big hit or miss for me. Like the last round of stuff that they came out that was made of this exact same thing, recycled acrylic, was, I couldn't stand it because it squeaked really, really badly on my crochet hook, and I didn't like the feel of it on my hands. But just initially touching it, like it's kind of more of a roving style, lightly twisted. You're not gonna want to throw this in the wash in any way, shape, or form. Very easy to get pileated and stuff. I just felt confident that I was gonna like it. Again, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with it. Probably a pillow. It's not gonna go with that. Or maybe a hat, scarf probably would do well too. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with it. Rambling off all of the patterns that I could potentially make with this type of yarn. Again, jumbo number 7. Suggests a 9mm hook and 100% recycled, pre-consumered acrylic, hand wash, cold. Maybe just try a granny square first to see if I even enjoy it enough to make something bigger that I'm gonna spend the time into hand wash. But the colors, I like them. I like the dark purple. I got an entire bag of this stuff, and personally, I don't think I grabbed enough. It says that it's new, but I don't know how long it's been new in stores. This type of yarn is so perfect for the knitting machine to make socks. Technically, a super bulky number 6 uses a 6mm crochet hook, which is a little bit bigger than I normally use on my knitting machine, but since it has all this like fluffy stuff around it, it packs down quite a bit, and then the stitches pile on top of each other really nicely. It still has stretch, but it's super cozy. These are my favorite type of stay-at-home movie watching socks that I make. I might actually be going back for more. They had quite a selection of colors too, but I just got this one, and the name of it is Blackbird, so just an entire bag full of Blackbird. Oh, maybe I'll make some shorts or something with it too. I don't think I'm gonna need this much for socks because, okay, how much is actually in here? 150 grams. Okay, yeah, this will Depending on how I make the sock, I might actually be able to get 2 full pairs out of this. 164 yards. It does say hand wash cold. Obviously don't bleach it, don't iron it, everything like that, lay flat to dry. I'm gonna test it out though, because sometimes this stuff, you can put it in a laundry bag and then throw it in the washer on either delicate or light or something like that, and it turns out fine, and then just lay it flat to dry. No matter what, I'm gonna lay it flat to dry because I want that fluffy stuff to stay nice and fluffy as long as absolutely possible. This is the Loops and Thread brand, which is Michael's brand. I really, really, really hope that they keep this around. They cycle through their yarns often. Things just kind of seem to come and go very quickly, but I hope this isn't the case because I freaking love this. There is a blanket on here, which I'm just gonna have to go to their site to check all of these out. But a blanket in this would also be really, really cozy. 6mm, I'd probably do Tunisian crochet, so I'd bump it up all the way to an 8mm. You could get going pretty quickly on this blanket. Not that I need another blanket to get started on, but like I have an option now. Coffee, yarn. I am gonna try this right this second. I'm so mad that it's a knit one. Well, not really mad though, because I don't, like I said, need to start another blanket, and I feel very confident that I would have started another blanket if, okay, that's how that goes all the time. But I did find the inside of it. It's just so soft. I'm not even mad that there's yarn cartage coming out of it there. Okay, what should we do? Should I just do the magic circle? Wait, open the other end. There we go. And go from there? Oh, I think I did open that. Whoops. I opened the wrong end, but we're gonna go with it now. Okay. And if I hate it, I will just frog it. Should I just do single crochet? I think that's looking the best. Or let's do 6. 30mm actually isn't that bad. Like that looks really nice. It's close enough together for the stitches that it's gonna be a solid pillow base. It's also not too tight where it's gonna really hurt my hands. I'm gonna have to grab a stitch marker here too. Oh, I can use one of my new ones. Let's see how round 2 goes. Already though, I can tell you I'm gonna love working with this. It's very soft on my hand. There isn't any icks that I'm getting from it. It's not squeaking on my hook. It's not rubbing weird as I'm pulling it out. Big stitch marker, I need that. I had a particular one in mind, so I had to spend some time looking for it. Worth it. Wow, it actually does go over both of these. Look at that. Love it. The 2 strands, they squish down quite a bit. I would suggest, if you're working with this, that you get a bigger stitch marker though if you need it. All the rest of my lobster clasp ones would not work for this. Like, not in any way, shape, or form. It wouldn't even come close. So I'd probably just end up using a piece of yarn, like scrap yarn, to mark the starting if I didn't have these big jumbo ones. Full circle completed. Yeah, I'm gonna love this. Oop, here we go. That's the right side. Very thick and chunky. The perfect pillow base. For this one, I'm actually gonna get a liner. A lot of times I'll just stuff it with polyfill. Actually, let's try it with 19. I have a strong feeling that that's not gonna work, but let's try it anyways, because like, what else are we doing today? I still think I'm gonna need a liner no matter what, because I'm gonna like that. Ooh, and then I can get like maybe a black liner on the inside. Black and caramel. That would be total trick-or-treat vibe. I don't hate this either. Or let's just do 5 because I don't know if I'm gonna like this. And I just dropped it, okay. Significantly tighter, obviously, than using the 30mm hook, but I don't know that it's gonna not work. Like, it might actually pull together. I might like the 30 a little better with the spacing. Also, this is gonna eat up more yarn for sure. And I only have the 2 balls of yarn, but it's not so tight that I'm like struggling with it, or I feel I'm gonna get fatigued very easily, because that normally happens when my tension is like super, super tight just naturally because I'm using the wrong sized crochet hook for it. Dang it, I think I like this version better. The stitches are just a little better defined. There's not as much space in between it. So for a pillow, I think this is the one that I'm gonna go with. Oh, this is a 20. Oh, why did I keep thinking it was a 19? Never mind, it's a 20. If you do have a 25mm crochet hook and you wanna make this pillow, I suggest using that. Otherwise, go down. That's what I'm gonna keep doing. How big? I don't really know. I'm probably gonna have to pull it up to see how big the liner is. I don't really feel like making a liner right now, but if I'm not gonna see much of it anymore, it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna get a plain black liner. Okay, so yes to this yarn. 100% I will be purchasing more of this. Bernate Plush Big from Yarnspirations. If this is something they keep around for a while, because I know Yarnspirations likes to change things up. They don't like to keep things the same, which is fine, except for when I find something that I really love and then we don't get it anymore. I would stock up just to have in the yarn dungeon. I think this would be really fun to make giant plushies with too. I might actually be able to finish this today. Okay, but I'm gonna set it down, otherwise I'm gonna keep going and forget about this other yarn. Which one do we have here? Cozy Blanket. Do we think we can pull it from the middle? Oh, that was actually very easy. It was just right on the top there. This yarn I have to be in the mood for because sometimes it does irritate my skin when I'm working with it. Not in like the yarn actually like irritates my skin. It's like it's a sensory thing for me. And I don't think I'm gonna be in the mood to work with this yarn today because that other yarn is just like so buttery soft. It makes this seem not as great. I'm not going to compare the two because that's not what it is. Oh, I am struggling with this circle. Where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, one more. It's pretty typical to the other blanket yarn that I've used. Like I said, I don't even think this is new. It doesn't say new on here. I just haven't used the loops and threads version. It does do a little squeaking, which I've found that with this type of yarn in general, it's not just this line. Steal You stitch marker. Thank you. Oh my gosh, is it actually gonna work on this one too? Barely, but we got there. I like these for rugs. I have a couple of bathroom rugs that I've made for this. I almost think the 30 is gonna work better because it lets it breathe a little more. It has a lot more fluffy plush stuff on it. So even without finishing the circle, because I'm just kind of done playing around with it for right now, it looks really nice. Pretty basic cozy blanket yarn, but basic doesn't mean bad. It just means that like I've seen and worked with this stuff before. Definitely will work this up into a pillow. Get my arm workout for the day. It's already just a mess. No, we're just gonna deal with it later actually. Last one, or second to last, is recycled acrylic. Okay, what do I do with you? Let's just do a circle again, since we did that with the rest of them. 9mm crochet hook, okay. These colors totally go together too. Haven't used my 9 Borealis crochet hook yet, so this is a great excuse to try something. It might encourage me to actually finish this project now. Oh, that was gross. I don't know why though. I always pull from the middle. I should know better because these ones, like this particular line, the recycled acrylic, doesn't always like that, and more often than not, it's a huge mess. Ooh, 9 might actually be not big enough, especially how some spots are a little bit bigger than others. I would probably bump it up to a 10. Well, depending on what I'm going to use it for. If I wanted this to be a pillow, all the stitches are going to be super close together, so that would work really well. But if I want it to be like flowy, drapey, like a cardigan, I don't think I'd make a cardigan out of this, or a scarf maybe. Probably bump it up to 10. Okay, where are we at? Let's just finish the second round though. See how that works. It's not the worst feeling in the world working up with it. I do think I would have to take breaks in order to not fatigue my hand from this rubbing on it. The color is coming out really nicely though. I almost like it better than just seeing it in the skein. Really fun marbling going on. When it's all worked up, it feels totally fine. Like I don't have an issue with the sensory there. It's not the softest yarn that I've ever felt. It's just the fatigue I'm gonna get. I wouldn't do a really big project with this, but I don't hate the yarn. Like I might grab a couple more skeins of this just to finish up some pillows. Apparently I'm in a pillow making mode. I don't know. I'd grab one more skein and then I'd probably be done. Like I don't think this is going to be something that I need to have hanging around. Everybody's super different too, so you might pick it up and be like, I have no idea what you're talking about, Kayla. It actually is lovely. In which case, fantastic, because the yarn colors are pretty freaking cool. perfect freaking sock. It's so cozy. Stitches, you can hardly see them when you have it on because of all of the fluff that kind of like pulls over top of it. I don't always make them this long, but I liked how it fell over. Slouchy feel, like that's what I like. It's gonna cozy, slouchy, feeling good for the movie. I will play around with the sizing too. So this is 90 rows. Without doing anything more to it, I could like pull it over the top, stitch that together so it stays in place. Honestly though, when I make socks on my Addy machine, I just want them to be quick and easy, and this is about as easy as it gets. I don't even know that I have to go through it and say what my favorite find of the day was. I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. Crochet Plush Big. If you haven't used this, haven't tried it, haven't even seen it, go out and grab yourself a skein. Michael's has it on sale right now too, so if you need even more incentive to go try a skein of this, there you go. I will finish the pillow someday. I have no idea when. I feel like everybody needs pillows and blankets, right? It's also the best way to change your surroundings too. So like I'm changing up my couch, but I'm only doing the pillows. Like that's the only thing that's changing for it to look trick or treat. Right now it's just slasher vibes. So I have a bunch of like my Michael Myers, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street pillows out, but like take that out, trick or treat vibes. So I'm gonna let you go, but let me know if you are also excited about this or if you have tried it and you've already created something from this. Drop me a pumpkin emoji. Let me know what you've made because like I said, many more things. As long as they have this out, I plan on working up lots of different projects. Until then, have a fantastically spooky rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video.